Have you ever found yourself lost in the abyss, surrounded by feelings of unfamiliarity? Waves of anxiety were drowning me, and I didn't know if my being was ready to make it through a journey like this. Why did I take this journey? Because every cell in my body was craving humanity. Something that would move me, make me feel things. And that it did.
Going on an adventure, going on an adventure, going on an adventure.
Here we are again.
Anyone want those? Yay!
Yes, at this point in the story, I've already bought my 1979 Toyota Hiace Wasabi. She's a campervan if you didn't catch that. I pitched a project to Tom's called the Giving Movement. It was 1 van, 3 women, and 5 projects around Europe that gave back. My aim was to try and use my social media to highlight the good that's happening in humanity. And that's where this whole journey begins.
Okay, we're going to find Wasabi, who is now going to be blue. I'm losing my mind. I can see the reflection. I'm freaking out. Oh my gosh. So, first reaction? I mean, I would actually keep it. Hashtag the Giving Movement. I'm losing my shit. I actually missed it. Like, I genuinely missed it. You're in. This is my baby. This is my peaceful baby. Come on, hon. Not? You ready? Oh my god. I've never been so comfortable driving something. Oh. If we're gonna be in here for 3 weeks. I know. 3 messy, dirty girls. Porridge, really good. Yeah.
The van was great, but it was pretty small. And we were gonna have to fit 3 of us in this van for 3 weeks. And feed us, and clean us, and keep ourselves happy. Were we ready? Not really. Were we going? 100%. We also overpacked. Like, seriously overpacked.
Got it. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna sort out with these bad boys. We're getting ready. We're gonna leave in a minute. I'm just like, how are we gonna live in this van for 3 weeks? What kind of awakening is this gonna be? Let's go! Okay, cool. My dreams are being realized. Do you want me to do a piece to camera?
Piece to camera? Yeah, what are we doing right now?
We're leaving. We're about to go to Folkestone, and from Folkestone we're arriving in Calais. And in Calais we're helping the refugee kitchen, and they are feeding people that have been abandoned by the government, so we are going there. Our journey to the ferry was cold, like really cold. And as soon as the rain started, we had our first issues with wasabi.
So we've lost a bit of the windscreen wiper, so I can't see anything. So we're gonna have to pull over and work out what we're gonna do, because we need to get on the ferry. So, I mean, we'll see. This is not very legal. I'm putting it on mine.
Our solution lasted for a whole 2 minutes.
It's So we've dropped both of our windscreen wipers. We don't know why, but it's raining hard today. So I've got Gorilla Tape. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. One of my favorite things about being a woman is knowing exactly what to do in an emergency. Very practical. We just put this. Nice. Okay, Lisa's just saved the day a little bit by wiping the windscreen. We're gonna get on this ferry and we're gonna get to Calais. We're getting onto the train! Yay! We're in a queue! Made it. Slowly, slowly, catchy monkey.
The journey hadn't started easy.
Oh my god, that's so creepy. Alice?
But somehow we made it.
Where are you? Okay. Just imagine you were like, this is definitely a solid man. Yeah. Push it up. I want my bed! You made it! It's like when someone's pretending not to stand out and we stand out so much. Like, look, turn around. Look at the two cars and look at our car. Look how we're parked there. I actually think we might sleep. Oh.
Well, I just was gonna say that sleeping in the van was super humbling for me because you realize that outside of the van, in the woods here, there are people sleeping. And that's crazy. So there's people maybe like, I don't know if you can see, but like it's freezing in here and we had some jumpers and some sleeping bags, nothing like professional.
And metal surrounding us.
Yeah, and we had like metal surrounding us and we were safe. We were locked into something as well because there were people around. But like sleeping in a tent, and this is only for 3 weeks. Like imagine if you were doing this for months. And winter's just been, and it's actually like it's getting colder, but it's been really cold. And it was supposed to snow this morning, so yeah, I'm just feeling really humbled because people shouldn't be sleeping in this. That's okay. Okay, just gonna hold it.
Good morning, we're here at the Refugee Community Kitchen in Calais and I'm here with Maddie who works here. And we're just gonna find out a bit more about what they do here, and so maybe if people want to come out here and volunteer or get their hands stuck in a project that could really make a change and help a lot of people out, they can learn a bit more about what's happening here in Calais and maybe come out here.
There is always jobs to be done, and the really nice thing about working in the kitchen is that you don't really need any skills because everybody can chop and everybody can wash up and everyone can stir a pot, and you know, you just come and have a lot of fun. There's usually like really nice music on and it's a really lovely atmosphere. Everyone gets to know each other and bonds over kind of chopping onions where everyone's crying because we have to make so many onions. It's just a really nice environment to come and volunteer in, and you're making a difference with whatever charity you're working with here. You're always making a difference. Everything that you do is really important to the people that we serve and the people that we're trying to help. There's just such a need for that basic necessity of kind of warm, nourishing, comforting food, and it's not being provided by the people that it should be provided by. We're kind of filling that gap that just shouldn't be there anyway.
Basically £1 can feed the refugees here 2 meals. They're whacking out 2,500 meals a day here in this kitchen, and the media aren't talking about the issue that there are still people here needing meals. There's still people here living in the woods. There's still people here struggling. So it's really amazing what these people are doing, but it's really undercover and not enough people know about it or are over here helping. So I suppose I just really hope that in sharing this message, maybe some more people will know about it, because the government aren't getting involved. This is all by volunteers and people who are just giving their time to help these other human beings who are struggling. So yeah, we've seen the most amazing food being cooked. This isn't just food, this is food that comes out of love. It's like so much being made here, and the people are doing it with so much of their hearts. So an incredible project, incredible people, an incredible cause, and I hope that we can just continue to learn more about it and maybe make some change here. Apparently the side door of the van has fallen off. We're day 3. So we're gonna go see, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna find. She's told me that we need to duct tape the shit out of it, so wasabi baby, come on. I feel like wasabi is a solid representation of my mental health right now. Just like falling apart and we're trying to grow. Ah! Oh, my door fell off! Yeah, baby! Yeah!
So Wasabi was back on the road. But turns out that was just the beginning of him breaking.
Gauge just started flashing and apparently we have no oil, but then he goes to check the oil and the water is dark brown like mud, and he was just repeating not good. So I guess it's not good. But I mean, I think we know that, so now it's just like, where do we go from here? And yeah, we'd like to state that we've made it to Belgium. That's our biggest milestone in a car that physically is like puking up its own guts. He said, "Einen Lichtstand's not good." I go, yeah, einen Lichtstand's not good. They're literally like, your lights aren't on. I'm like, no, our lights are on. That's the problem. How do I say it in case someone else asks me?
What if they say, are your lights on?
Yeah, I'll turn your lights on.
Then you say,
They're on, but they're not good.
he said it's really good.
Die sind on, aber schlecht. We just got to the Tom's office in Dusseldorf, and lovely the lady from the Tom's office is letting us in, and we're going to sleep in there tonight because it's too cold.
Our bedroom.
We're setting off this morning. We are going to Berlin. I'm actually so excited to go to Berlin, but it's a long drive, so we are driving, I think, 8 hours today. And fingers crossed, Wasabi makes the trip.
I didn't think Wasabi was keen on that start in the morning.
As we headed to Berlin, I reflected on all of the things that had brought me here. A few years of anxiety, depression, and general unhappiness. All I'd been craving was some real connection, the feeling of moving forward in life, and a new journey. I think I put everyone on this trip and planned this whole trip so I could feel something. I aimed to give back to the people around me, but actually all I learned was how to receive.
Yeah, it says beer for den Kiez. It means beer for the community. wanted to ask, just first of all, when did Quartiermeister begin? Where did you start? And who is the founder, and what was the kind of purpose behind making this beer in this company?
Yeah, actually the funny thing is that in the beginning it was not a company, it was actually an association with volunteers. So the main goal was not money or selling a product, it was actually the idea behind to support local projects. And I think it was around 10 people going around in Neukölln with a bicycle and a beer and just going to bars and ask them to sell the beer. Cool. So it's true, in the beginning you need to invest a lot of time and passion, and the good thing is if you drink this beer in this city, the money stays in the city, so you're always supporting exactly your neighborhood. Yeah, and I think we both have the opinion that what we do right now for this company, we both probably wouldn't do it for another company, for a usual company, because she's like selling a beer, but at the end she's selling an idea, and she does it because she knows that something with a sense is behind. And I'm doing marketing, which I hate actually, but I do it because I'm standing behind this idea, you know. So I was actually always in cultural management stuff, and now I'm working in a company, and I see that I can change something in a capitalistic system, just doing it differently.
Yeah.
We spent hours roaming the streets of Berlin, feeling things. And then we invited my community offline to come and enjoy some time shared together, in a space, singing, feeling, speaking. It was a dream. I believe we all need each other more than we think.
So we're gonna sort out the van. And then when we're finished, we're gonna get some pastries, and maybe some other pieces of food. Ooh. Whoa, we need a sweeper in here. So, we are at the grocery store. We are driving from Berlin to Hamburg today. And the grocery store is closed because it's a Sunday. Only today of the whole year, this particular Sunday, the store is closed until the store is closed until 1, and we pulled up at 12:20. So guess what we're doing? Eating moldy apples and sorting out this van, because this van is a hot mess, let me tell you that much. Can you see? I didn't really want anyone to see. I'm kind of embarrassed. Okay, good morning. We're here in Hamburg this morning, and we are at one of our last projects. We're here to meet some guys who run a company called Tafel, and they are collecting food waste from all the supermarkets around Hamburg and preparing meals for those who need it most. So we're gonna go see what they do. We're not 100% of how they do everything, so we're just gonna go check it out. So we arrived at the warehouse, and they showed us all these maps, and they have like, I don't know, I'd say like 50 different routes around Hamburg and Germany. After we left their HQ, we went to the supermarket, and we'd go down these little back alleys. They have connections with the supermarkets, so someone would go in, speak to the people there. There'd normally be like boxes or trolleys already for us. And sometimes it would be up to like 30 massive crates of fresh vegetables and fruit, and even like smoked salmon and meats. And for me, I just find it so upsetting that we would take animals' lives and then
for what? Like, they would just go in the bin, they're not even eaten. So at the very least here, we're collecting all of this stuff so that people who need it can have it. But yeah, we'd go through the boxes. There's often like a few things that are moldy, but majority, I'd say like 95% is good to eat. And then we package those all into boxes, put them in the refrigerated van, and we go to our next stop. And we did that like, what, 12 times today? And then once the van was fully stocked and we'd been to all 12 destinations, we headed to the drop-off point. And when we got to the drop-off point, people took everything out of the van. There were loads of people there waiting for it, and put it all in the church. And the church was just filled with produce. And this is one day, like one day, and they do this every day, and they're feeding so many people. So I'm just in awe.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a little bit delirious for this check-in, as you can probably tell. It's about 12 o'clock at night. We're gonna try and brave basically 4 hours of the drive to Amsterdam, which is normally 5 hours, but we think if we do it at night, then it'll be better. Also, this crazy man, crazy amazing, from the vintage shop in Hamburg, told us, so if you drive this certain way, you get to the levee. I mean, we're taking advice from this guy who we met for like 30 minutes and gave us a beer as soon as we came into his shop, and was like super exuberant, so we're just gonna go with it. So we're gonna drive there, park there, sleep in the front seat, and wake up to sunrise. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Back into a ditch, and now we're stuck in the ditch and we can't get out. So I'm literally just like in the middle of this dramatic monologue, and I'm like, we need an angel. A woman drives past in an old school camper van. She comes out and she's just like, look, you want me to pull you out? I try and pull you out. I have everything you need. Okay, let's do it. We just keep having people giving back to us. Like, this woman just got us out of a ditch, and she was there within a second. Like, we don't even have a moment to worry. To Amsterdam we go, 3 hours. Hello, we are here with Boro Atelier, and we have just seen their whole process. They're an amazing organization who are working with natural materials and natural printing to create products that not only give back to the consumer, but are also helping the people that are working for them. So they're employing people who are on benefits, a lot of refugees who have sought asylum here, and they have a language teacher, so they're teaching people Dutch. And they do these 6-month internships, and then they help them get a job after. So it's really such a great way for people here who are struggling to find their feet and learn a craft. These people are learning how to hand dye, and the most beautiful fabrics and prints and materials, using all kind of crushed up plants and beautiful dyes, and they do screen printing. So they spread out this rice paste, and then you pull it across. I wasn't very good at it. And it stains the material, then you dip it in this indigo dye, hold them there for 1 minute, take it out, wash it all off with water, and then you have this beautiful hand-dyed natural product that you can have in your life and keep forever. And what I love about them is that they're really working with a circular economy. So they have, they're getting funding from brands like Tom's. They are employing people who need it, and They're using natural resources, selling locally. They're basically doing all the good things. So we love you, Boro Atelier. You recording?
Yeah.
Okay, we're at the van and we're gonna go to Utrecht. I think that's how you say it, but we just need to pack up the van and see if we can still fit.
After another amazing project, we headed off to the next city.
Update! We are in The Hague.
Yes.
We're in The Hague. We've just come from Utrecht. We are camping out and having a slumber party tonight in this lovely bedroom. So we're just getting all our food up and we're just going to chill here. I think our aim here is just to get in the sea. Yeah. I'm scared.
It's gonna be fun.
I'm scared.
Right, shall I make us some... No, actually I'll wait until you're back.
You
'cause
chill.
we need,
I can make us stuff. If there's something you want me up, then do it.
It had been a bit of a crazy journey up to here. I just wish I could have shown the cameras what was going on inside my head. Yeah, crazy.
But yeah, we're in The Hague. We're gonna go and try and do a beach clean today. We've got a group of people who I just hustled through Instagram to come and try and clean a beach here. But we think that the Netherlands beaches might be quite clean. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I was on Struggle Street at this point of the trip. I was struggling with the feelings of needing to get back, of being done with being on the road. I'd done my time, and I needed to rest now. There wasn't space for giving in me. I just needed to receive.
Wild roads, and there's no turning back. We've walked for miles, so we're off the beaten track. I know it's not easy, but it's the way the wind it blows me.
I think it was time to go home.
And warm my freezing hands, it's pure desire.
Cheers to the final night of our trip, because we fucking made it, and Stan fucking made it, and we smashed it, so cheers. Wait. Cheers, Lisa, get your glass.
To you, my friend, 'cause I don't know when our journey here will.
Why we have to do this to turn the lights on?
We don't have any headlights unless we short circuit it, and we are totally at peace with this. Is it on? And I get to be in my seat. It's like ice. So, we just went through passport control. Turns out Elise has illegally been in Europe for these whole 3 weeks, but the woman was nice enough to just let us go through and not stamp you on this side. So we're just going to put out this documentary when you're well out of Europe, and we're good. Another giver.
Say to you, my friend, 'cause I don't know when our journey here will end. But I do know that our loving here is true. On this journey long and winding, this journey long and winding, on this journey long and winding, I found you.
If you were to ask me if I'd do this whole thing again,
I found you.
I think I'd say yes. For all the people, all the moments, all the times, all the feelings, all the weather conditions, all the breaking down, I think I'd do the whole thing again. Only to end up realizing that the only thing we need is each other. Really, that's it.